Our final year of high school it's a pivotal time in our lives when we're trying to figure out what direction we're going to go in and who we'll be as adults.
Well, Lethea Adams was just days into her senior year when overnight her plans changed. She woke up struggling to move. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with her story. Beth?
And Sine and Tom, Lethea has spent the last 13 years trying to come back from what happened to her that morning, and she's now 30 years old, and she has never lost faith that she can move beyond this.
You can go ahead and stand up.
In Shepherd Center's day therapy gym, Lethea Adams is working hard to come back from a twist in the road she never saw coming 13 years ago when she was just 17.
It was the third day of my senior year in high school.
She woke up one morning with numbness and tingling in her arms.
And I was rushed to the hospital. And within 24 hours, I was completely paralyzed on a ventilator.
Shift to the right.
Adams has transverse myelitis, an autoimmune-related inflammation of her spinal cord, in her case, along her neck. And after a decade of rehabilitation, she can walk with assistance, but she still can't move her arms or hands.
My right vocal cord is paralyzed. That's why it's low and raspy like this.
With help from her mother, Adams has managed to finish high school and 3 years of college, but this is really her full-time job.
She's very motivated, again, to show up so many years after an injury and still be willing to work towards recovery and improving independence shows a lot of tenacity, a lot of fortitude.
One of the biggest challenges, paying for these sessions, which Adams says can cost up to $100 an hour. Shepherd Center physician Dr. Angela Benengato says insurance companies tend to cover acute spinal cord rehabilitation in the weeks and months after an illness or injury, but the longer things drag on, the harder it is to get coverage. Adams's provider recently agreed to pay for 10 more weeks of rehabilitation here, but then she's going to have to stop until she can find the money to start again, which Benengato says can slow her down.
It would be like if any of us didn't exercise for 6 months, then to try to get back into a regular routine is going to take some time just to make up for ground that was lost, and then you have to build on top of that.
Lethea Adams hopes to find a way to cover a year or two of uninterrupted, intense rehabilitation. She feels she needs to make real progress.
It's very important. I'm still young, even though it's 13 years later. I'm still young, 30 years old. I want to drive, I want to finish school and work and stuff.
And Lethea says she's grateful to Shepherd Center for helping her push forward with her recovery. Her hope now is to recover as much mobility and strength as she possibly can. And Tom and Sine, so she fundraises and does GoFundMe. She has an account to try to kind of raise that money so she can do that uninterrupted stint of recovery that's really hard this far down the road.
And as she said, she's 31 and she says she's got a lot to live for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we admire that
A lot of determination.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you so much, Beth.